On my first day for breakfast, I just had some cornflakes. Like most of you probably know, most cornflakes are vegan, at least those basic ones. I still had a friend of mine check the ingredients, and I had them just with soy milk, and this is actually black bean soy milk, I think, so I think it's made of black soybeans. In Korea, you can actually get soy milk at any supermarket, so that's really practical as a vegan. For lunch, I just made something pretty basic Korean, which is ramyeon, and I found this vegan ramyeon at the vegan restaurant. I just stocked myself up with those, so that really helped me during my time in Korea. For dessert, I had this deep-fried puffed rice, which is called gangjang, and it's a traditional Korean confection made out of glutinous rice flour. It's vegan most of the time, but sometimes it contains honey, so be a bit careful here. We went out for dinner to have tteokbokki, which is rice cake in chili sauce, and it normally comes with fish cake in it, but here it was separate. And we also had the Chinese-inspired version with brown sauce and some pickled radish and fried potato. The next day I had cornflakes again, but I swear it gets more interesting. Then we ordered bibimbap, and my friend helped me to order it vegan, so you just have to leave the meat off since the rest is just rice with vegetables. As a snack, I had this roasted chestnuts. Like you can see, it says 100% chestnuts on it, and it's so healthy and delicious. For dinner, I made some rice with the rice cooker at my hostel, and I found this dried seaweed with sesame seeds, so I just add this on top of it, and you have an easy vegan dinner. As promised, I have something else for breakfast. We went to a rice cake shop, which was such a highlight, and just 3 kinds of all that you saw are non-vegan, so most rice cakes are vegan. And I just had those, although it's not a real breakfast, but I also had a smoothie, and this is just a berry smoothie without any milk. For lunch, I had kimbap. If you don't know it, it's similar to sushi, like you can see, and I ordered it with just vegetables in it. As a snack, I had some dried sweet potato. This is what it looks like, and I promise it tastes good. My friend made vegan Korean dinner or read about some side dishes, so we had potatoes, sprouts, pickled cucumber, kimchi, aubergine, steamed cabbage, mushrooms, dried seaweed, seaweed salad, tofu, and we ate that with rice. As dessert, we had Korean pear and an apple, and we also had sweet potato sticks, a traditional dessert, and crackers. And the traditional dessert is actually naturally vegan, so this is what it looks like. On the next day, I ate at a restaurant, and I had this good looking rice with pumpkin as a side dish, and what you can see is pickled radish. Next, I had salad from a salad bar, which is actually not that uncommon in Korea and pretty useful as a vegan. Then I had the rice frappuccino from Starbucks, which is actually one of the only cafes in Korea to have plant milk. And for dinner, we made kimchi jjigae. Actually, it's vegan quite often, even on the street, and we just ate it with the rice cakes from before. Of course, we also had to have some snack, the ones from the day before, and this is just rice cake with beetroot in it, and what you can see on the left is a burnt rice snack. I had to have my cornflakes again on Friday. For lunch, I had bibimbap again, but this time a little bit more fancy, with mung bean sprouts, greens, 2 different mushrooms, carrots, pickled radish, dried seaweed, lettuce, and rice of course, and gochujang as chili paste. I also had this traditional bar, which is, like you can see, made out of black and white sesame, almonds, and pumpkin seeds, and this other one which had a little bit more puffed rice in it. Again, I had tteokbokki for dinner. This one had onions in it, and we also had fried potatoes and sweet potatoes with soy sauce and pickled radish, and also some soju, which is vegan. After that, we went to a bakery which had twisted donuts and donut balls filled with sweet red bean paste, which is both normally vegan but not written anywhere. On Saturday for breakfast, I had 2 different kinds of mushrooms, dried seaweed, steamed cabbage, samjang, potatoes, aubergines, seaweed salad, kimchi, and rice. For lunch, I got some vegetable kimbap again, and I actually got this at Seoul Main Station. As kind of a tea time, we went to Starbucks, where I had the warm matcha latte, and they have just one sweet vegan treat at Starbucks Korea, at least back in September when I was there, which is the banana pecan pound, but it tastes really good, so it's okay for now. I had bought this natural tofu at a supermarket, and I would say 99% of the time that you buy tofu at a Korean supermarket, it's vegan, and I made it with some fried potato and onions. This time I had cornflakes again for breakfast. I found this tornado potato on the street for lunch, and it's just potato fried in oil with ketchup on top of it, so it's just like fries, which are typically one of the best friends of vegans. Because we went on a drive, we took rice cakes as a snack with us, and this time we had bought them at a supermarket, and these are my favorite ones, by the way. For dinner, I made myself ramyeon again, which I also got from the restaurant. This one is jjajangmyeon, which is with black soybean paste, and I think it was one of my favorites too.